Hey there, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me today as I tackle a pretty fun soap. I don't know about you, it's gorgeous out, summer. I always want dessert in the summer, and this soap is all about dessert. So stick around, watch me make this soap, and let me know what you think. You guys, look! I am making my own oil mixture. This is going to be exciting. We're going to have a little bit of fun with this right now. I'm trying out a recipe. This has been a recipe provided to me, so I'm not making this up right now. In this container, I have some mango butter, some sustainable palm oil, and some coconut oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this while I make my lye water, and then after this is melted, I'm going to add some jojoba oil and some olive oil to this to complete the oil mixture. Then I'll add the lye water to it, mix it up, and then we're gonna go make some fun and unique soap bars today. As you can see by what I have next to me, I've got a different kind of mold, and stick around and see what we've got to whip up today. Wow, that came together really nicely and really fast. I'm happy with how quickly that came together. All right, so we have to split this batter up because we're doing something exciting where we are going to be making cheesecake bars, because I have this awesome scent from Nurture's Garden. It is homemade cheesecake, and it's this like sweet vanilla graham scent right here. It smells really good. So in a smaller container, I'm gonna pour off what's going to be the crust. So I'm gonna pour this off. That's probably good enough because, you know, I don't want the crust to be too big. How many milliliters is that or so? It's about 400, which is probably good enough. I'm gonna set my big container off to the side here, and in this one, I am going to add some apricot seeds. So it's a little apricot seed powder. I got this from Wholesale Supply Plus. I want this to add a little bit of texture to the bottom, and it's going to almost look like the graham cracker. It's gonna look like it was, you know, it's got that texture. And then I'm gonna add some brown oxide pigment. And a little bit. I'm gonna wait to add all of this in case it's, I don't want it to be too dark. This fragrance oil will also discolor a tad. So that's why I wanna start with a little bit, and I can always add more. Put this in and start by mixing it up lightly. Oh yeah, I definitely do not want any more than that. And in fact, I think I may add a little bit of titanium dioxide to this. Okay, that's good. I will save the rest for the main part of the batter. And I'm just going to pulse this a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna add a little bit of my fragrance oil, not too much. Okay, that's probably good. So I do want this a little bit thick. But again, not overly thick. So I am going to really scrape this off good, because I don't want too much of the brown into the white. I mean, it's fine because cheesecake has that little bit of like creaminess to it, and this fragrance oil discolors because it has some vanilla into a little bit of a almost like a toffee caramel color, dark caramel. So I do want to kind of get some of that out. Okay, and now we're going to divide it and pour this into our mold. And let's loosen this up a little bit. Okay. What I might do is pour 4 across and then kind of tap this down to make sure I flatten it. Just kind of pat that down, get it in all the corners, really flatten it out. And we're gonna do the same for this next row. And I'm gonna go up and clean up the sides here before I pour the white in, the main part of the batter. All right, this is looking good. There was a point in my childhood where I hated cheesecake, and I think it's because I kind of just got sick of it. I don't mind it now. I am gluten-free, not by choice. So it's not something I have that often, but when I do, I enjoy it. Did I overfill some of these? I may have to scrape from some of the others. We'll see. Hey, you know what? You just always make do with what you have. Scrape this out and try and get everything out. And you know what? It's not a big deal because I can just grab a spoon, pull things out. I'm really gonna scrape this. And now I'm just gonna grab a spoon. See, this is why I'm really going to clean this up. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of grab a little bit from a few of these so that I have enough. And then I'm going to clean up the edges. So I'm gonna do that. When you guys come back, this should look nice and neat, and we will be ready to put the rest of the batter in, mix that up and put it in. So this will look a lot cleaner when you get back. All right, I think that's as good as this is going to get. You probably see a few places here and there that I missed, but this doesn't have to be perfect. And the nice thing is that I can just kind of clean up the edges as well after I'm done when I take them out of the mold. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the rest of my batter, add the rest of my fragrance oil, which again smells so good. And I'm going to add, get that out of the way, some titanium dioxide that I have dispersed in water. So I'm going to add that in. And I want to try and make sure I get everything in because I really want this to be, a nice white color. Stir this a little bit, and then I will go ahead and blend this up because I really want that titanium dioxide to be dispersed. And this is coming together. And scrape this, and I will give this a slight blend, a little bit. There's that titanium dioxide coming through. Okay, this is definitely thickening up, as you can see here. It's kind of getting gloopy and can mound up, which is going to be good because that's going to sit on top of this pretty well. I don't want it to fall to the bottom and break through. We want to see those distinct layers, like it's almost a cheesecake bar. So let me scrape this out because that is some valuable soap right there. And then what I think I may do, because this is so thick, I'm gonna use my spoon to scoop this on. So I might speed this up for you just so that we'll see how long this takes, but I really want to get this looking pretty good. Oh, I wish I had a bigger soap spoon because all my spoons are a little bit smaller, but we make do. This may get messy too. but it's going to look super cute. Who would not want to wash their hands with this kind of soap? I mean, if you have problems with kids washing their hands, they're going to want to wash their hands and then maybe eat some more cheesecake. Do you guys have a favorite dessert from when you were growing up? Something that brings back memories? My mom used to always make the Jell-O cheesecake out of the box because my dad loved that, and you know, it was easy. When you're a busy family and you're always on the go. My sister was a big gymnast and I had softball and cheerleading, so when you could whip up a quick dessert that tastes pretty decent, given, you know, what you're working with, why not? Although nothing beats a true good cheesecake. I do miss cheesecake. I had to go gluten-free a few years ago and it's just not the same. I think we're going to get these pretty full, which again is great. You're going to get a solid bar of soap out of this. And the nice thing is I'm not going to have to cut this up. Unless I wanted to like cut these in half, and you can even cut them in half on the diagonal. That would be adorable because you then almost have wedges. I could see doing this in a cake pan and then cutting it into wedges. That would be so fun to wash your hands with, literally washing your hands with the slice of cake. Okay, we're getting there. I want to try and get these as even as I can. And again, we'll clean these up. You're like, fill that one's too empty. Getting there. Okay. And I almost like the texture that this is giving it as I spoon this in. It kind of just looks like, again, cheesecake. Like I almost don't even need to texture the top much. I will bang things down, try and even things out, get it into all the corners. And actually, I might do that now. Woo, that was fun. All right, let's see what I can do here. These are going to be extra full, which no one will complain about. Ah, so fun. I will say the one thing about soaping in summer is you get really warm with long sleeves, long pants, all that stuff can make you feel a little bit toasty. I'm just glad I have some central air in here. When I bought my house, that was the first thing I did was I'm like, yeah, I need more air, please, now. You know, it's an older home in New England. You don't have a lot of newer homes with newer amenities, so you have to pick and choose, and that was one thing that I decided right away that was happening. Okay, let's get every last bit out of here. Okay, I've cleaned this up a little bit, and now I just want to go back through and kind of work on the texture on top. And I almost just want to keep it fairly how it is, because it looks like cheesecake. But anywhere where I cleaned up the edges, I want to make sure it looks good. I'm almost just kind of swirling it so it looks like it's a cheesecake. You know, it would be fun if I had like some strawberries or blueberries or something like that to put on top. But for now, I'm just sticking with this. You know, over time, I may get a little bit more creative. This was actually inspired by a brambleberry tutorial that they posted online where they did lemon bars. So it was a lot of fun to see that. And when I saw the cheesecake fragrance, I knew immediately what I was going to make. So, you know, I had fun with this. I'm excited to see how these turn out. So stick around, come back, and in a couple seconds your time, but in probably a day or two my time, we'll unmold these and see how they look. All right, I am back, and I think I'm ready to unmold this. It's been a little over 24 hours now, and it smells good. You know, it definitely has a slight smell of cheesecake. It's gone down a little bit, but I think it looks good. Kind of releasing the mold here, breaking the airlock. Let's see if I can just push. Oh, wow. That one slid right up. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Look at the cheese, the graham cracker crust, and then the top. This looks just like a cheesecake bar. I can't believe that. That looks amazing. All right. Oh my gosh, this just popped right up. So I've got a little bit stuck in there, but I can kind of bevel that, make it look fine. It just literally popped right up. Yeah, it smells good. It's hard. It's hard. You know, you can see off to the side here, I've got my my orange essential oil off to the side. That one's still super soft from, you know, I made that about 3 days ago, and it's really, really soft. But this one made, yeah. So I pulled a little bit off there too. But honestly, isn't that like what it's like when you pull cheesecake out of the container? Some always get stuck a little bit behind. So hey, we're just calling it really authentic. Okay, these aren't bad. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there are little flecks in there from the apricot seeds, the powder there. And that's gonna give a little bit of exfoliation when you use it, which I'm really excited about. That one didn't quite. But hey, I like this style, this technique. I could see doing this for key lime pie. You know, a few different styles. What kind of pie or dessert could you see using this mold and this technique for? Do you guys have a favorite? I could see like 3 layers with a kind of like a raspberry bar with the crumb on the bottom top and the raspberry layer in the middle. That could be cool. You know, you could do this and then add like a little bit of strawberry drizzle on top, or blueberry, or some sort of berry drizzle. That would be really neat. Ooh, that one came out really good. And I'm loving the texture of the tops of these because it really does look like cheesecake. So yeah, I could see myself making this again. Like if I do the cheesecake scent, which I mean, I have plenty of the scent, I would make it in these molds again. I really like them. So I've got a little bit, I don't know if you can see this lip here. I always keep a potato peeler just for soap making. And I can just kind of peel that right off. There we go. And then use my finger to kind of smooth it out just a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. I think those are adorable. I want to see how much they weigh right now. So these are about 5 ounces, a little over 5 ounces. This one's 5.2-ish, 5.15, 5.08, 5.1. So yeah, I mean, just over 5 is what they're all averaging at. 5.3, that one's heavier. This one got a little chipped off. 4.97, yeah. So, and that one has the most taken out of it. Maybe I'll keep this one for myself as a little sample. But yeah, I think these are adorable. I love them. I am so happy. I cannot wait to make more of these. So, okay, it's been a few weeks now and this is looking pretty awesome. It's gotten a little bit darker, not too much, but I'd say this looks a lot like a cheesecake bar. Like, I love the swirl on top, how it just looks like a dessert. And it still smells really good like cheesecake. I also made 2 other dessert bars. Lemon bar, yum, hello. In this one, I used a combination of a lemon bar scent from Brambleberry and lemon essential oil, because I wanted a little bit tartar than the lemon bar scent was, and it smells amazing. You can see those yellow flecks in there. That is lemon peel powder, which I dusted on top as well. And there's also, I believe, apricot seed powder in the bottom. So that's really gonna make it nice and exfoliant. And then, couldn't stop there. I had this awesome raspberry jam scent. So I made what's like little raspberry jam layer bars. How awesome is that? So it looks like you've got the layer of the cookie crumble sort of at the bottom, the raspberry jam. And then you've got kind of like the crust on top. So it just looks like, I don't know, I love it. And it smells, this one smells like raspberry jam. It's awesome. Love it so much. So yeah, this was fun. I definitely see myself making more of these. What kind of dessert bars would you like to see? I'm thinking maybe like key lime pie, strawberry shortcake, something like that. Or what else? What did you grow up with? Let me know. All right, so let me know in the comments. I'll include all the details for this in the description box, but I hope you guys get out there and create something beautiful today. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.